I'm going to keep this video short, but a couple of updates. The ride height adjustment. So I've got a photo of one of the 4040 cars, and they've got these spring platforms wound down about 20 mil, I would think, between the top plate and the top of the locking ring. I wound down mine by far less than that, but it seemed to have a dramatic effect on the ride height. And when I looked at a picture of a profile picture of a 4040 car versus mine with the platform wound down about the thickness of that plate, actually, there was a considerable gap between the tyre and the wheel arch. So that's obviously not right. And I did roll the car backwards and forwards to try and settle it. I do wonder if it's because I'm running the rubber pads at the bottom of the spring. And I believe some people don't. They run the spring directly onto the lower arm. I think you call it the camber arm. Can't remember now. Anyway, so I decided, as they're going to set this car up for me anyway, I'll just wind it back to where it was and just leave it alone. The other thing, which I already suspected, but just to confirm, I can hear a clicking noise when I put my foot on the brake, and as suspected, it's this. The pads all round, they haven't got a spring clip around them, so there's nothing to stop them shifting slightly up and down in the carrier. And the clicking noise I can hear is just when I put my foot on the brake, it clicks up, and then when I take my foot off, it clicks back down again. So that just confirms my suspicion. So that's okay. And the final thing I was going to show you is I asked around on the Facebook site, on the 116 Trophy Facebook site, about the rules on the tailgate latch, because I thought I'd read somewhere that you needed to use pins in the tailgate or aero catches. Thank goodness that's not true, because they would be pretty difficult to fit. Now, it's got a working handle, but the trouble with this is it requires power. So if in an emergency, if they cut the power, this rear latch wouldn't work, and therefore I'd be trapped. Well, they wouldn't be able to get through the back of the car. So this is just the original pull thing that used to come out inside the car. I've brought it out through the old rear wiper hole, and so you can pull that and release the tailgate in that way. So that solves that problem. And the only other thing I've done is I've spent some time cleaning the residual tar stuff off the, you can see where I've still got some work to do here, the tar stuff off the floor. I've not completely removed it. There are some spots, but apparently some people just paint straight over the top of it anyway without doing this final cleaning. So I'm quite happy with what I've done, and I'm going to paint the whole thing inside one colour, probably a grey, a matte grey, so I don't get a lot of reflection, and also it doesn't give me problems with the cameras. Oh yeah, I don't think I've given this update. So the chattering noise on my transmission. I spoke to Jez Banks at 4040, and he said, have you fitted the lightweight flywheel? I said I had. He said, they all do that. They all make that noise. So I'm going to get them obviously to check it over, but it sounds as though I've been chasing a problem that isn't really a problem. It's frustrating in that I swapped out the gearbox, but quite honestly, I'm so relieved I don't care about the gearbox. We also had a chat about the installation of the fire extinguisher and the battery, which I'm going to leave until they've done the roll cage. They 4040 have started to put the fire extinguisher actually on where the rear seat went, and the battery goes against the bulkhead where the underneath the seat on the passenger side. And I'll just copy them. I'm not going to try and reinvent things. They're going to fit a seat with a sliding rail. and also I'm having an AIM Solo fitted with a Smarty Cam. I did look at the Garmin Catalyst, is it called? I've decided against it because it doesn't, at the moment, I don't think it takes CAN bus input. And also apparently there's some challenges with getting the video off of the Garmin, which if I want to put it on my YouTube channel, that could be a bit of a problem. So I'm going to go with the AIM. I think that's plenty enough for the moment.